Morning, everybody. Here's an update on the garden. The grape, it's still here. It's not exploding in growth, but has a very slow growth. I try to keep that watered. We had a few cantaloupes came up in here. There's a cantaloupe vine down in here. A few cantaloupes came up, and the rabbits ate them all. So 1 for the rabbit, 0 for me. These cabbage that we put in, we know that they're not really summer vegetables with this heat, but they're there. They're still in there. I'd expect that as we go into the cooler months, they'll start producing. The cucumbers, put out a good amount of cucumbers, but with the heat and the drought, the cucumbers were extremely bitter. I've tried to keep it watered, but we just couldn't eat these cucumbers. At the beginning, we were able to tolerate. It was a little bitter, but now there's a couple of cucumbers right there. Right now, they're extremely bitter. Just the water content is just so low, and there's only so much watering I'm prepared to do to this cucumber vine. So you can see it's not doing well. It's still here, but it's not doing the best. On the other hand, our jalapenos has produced and put out a good amount of jalapenos. And these fellas have been extremely hot. We've had a fair amount of those. The bell peppers, they just get this little itty bitty size and they don't get any bigger. And that's about what you get. They don't get any bigger than that. Now we come over here to the squash. We've been covered up in squash. We've had a lot of squash. We've been cutting them up and freeze drying the squash. So that's what the squash look like. They're still with us. Tomatoes, again, getting hit from this heat, but we got a lot of cherry tomatoes earlier. There's still some in here, but it's really cut back drastically with the heat. But again, I try to give it water, but I'm not prepared to spend all day or go broke trying to water the garden. These are the beef tomatoes. See, this particular plant may have given us 1 or 2. This guy here has been the winner. We've got so many beef tomatoes off of this guy, so I've been very excited about him. This one was always a slow grower, never really got established, never gave us anything, and I think we got 1 off of this guy. And then we come over here to the okra. We had dig up the other okra, changed out the soil, but now it seems as if at the time this side was still healthy, but that fungus may have come across to this side. But these ones back here are still doing well. So I've pulled up all the other okra, cleaned up the soil, put the bleach on everything, trying to get rid of that fungus, but doesn't look as if it was successful. So, hey, let nature run its course. We may have to just abandon the small garden. Just like I said before, this was our first year planting in the small garden, and we did not plant as much in the big garden. So we may have to just go back to the big garden, because we know with the big garden there is no problems. Everything is growing real well over there. Even with us abandoning the big garden, not watering anything, not taking care of anything, we still get squash from there. We got the cantaloupes from there. We got pumpkin. The pumpkin vine is still alive, and as soon as the weather cools off, I would expect to get some more pumpkins. And this, I've already picked vegetables for the morning, but this is what the basket looks like. Still got a lot of okra for the morning, and got 3 of these beef tomatoes. So when the beef tomatoes get like that, I normally pick them, that colorish, and take them in. Because many times if you wait until they get nice and red, by that time you'll lose them to the birds and the bugs. Oh, see, there you go. I didn't even realize. See, that one's already been chewed up. So we're gonna have to throw that one away. That's no good. But this is what we're looking at with this morning haul. Lots and lots of okra. The okra has done extremely well in this heat. The okra being heat tolerant. We've got a lot of okra. Even though we got the fungus, we still got a lot of okra. And I've been able to freeze dry and freeze a lot of the okra. So I'm excited about that. So that's where the small garden is looking like, or that's what the garden is looking like. Still holding on. And I believe that once this heat breaks and we can get some rain, again, we still have not had any rain. That's the big challenge. We've had a lot of rain clouds pass by and a lot of threat of rain, but no rain. But once this can break and we can get some rain, I would expect for this garden to really snap back and come alive for us. But that's what we're looking at, folks. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Continue to be safe out there.